Hey, good morning and welcome. I'm Karen, this Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. So today is Sunday and we'll do our daily reading. We'll take a look at current situation and the influences around that. I'm using the Somnia Tarot today. Um, the lighting is kind of weird in this room, so until I get this all squared away, I've been messing with it, but it's cloudy today, so I'm not getting the outside light in, so it's kind of dark. But that's okay. Um, because I think you can see the cards, and that's the most important thing. Um, let's get started here. Kind of fumbled or was fumbling around earlier, so let's see if I can be non-klutzy here. What do we need to know today? Okay. Current situation. Six of Pentacles, present influence, Seven of Swords, future influence, Tower, what we don't see, Seven of Pentacles, what to watch for, Six of Cups. Got sixes and sevens going on here. What will be unexpected? Death, challenge, Two of Pentacles, strength, Nine of Wands. And where does this lead, please? Eight of Cups, advice. King of Cups, what comes after this? Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. Interesting, we have the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck and the King of Cups is our advice. I'm getting the overall feeling that this is not a specific life area, but what I feel like it is with that Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, it's something that you have like really are working on or doing or working towards or working with people. Six of Pentacles. But I feel like it feels like it's really good for your emotional state, kind of like your emotional well-being, whatever this is. I don't feel like it's like a takeoff from yesterday. Really don't, but could be. Six of Pentacles is in your current situation. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you're wanting something to be an equal give and take, and you're trying to do your part. I'm not saying the other person isn't, but I feel like you don't feel like they are. And I'll tell you why. With the influence of the Seven of Swords being in the present influence, to me that talks of, I feel like almost like you feel like you need to take yourself back. Like, I've given and given and given. Now it's time for me to get. And that's what I feel like this is. I don't feel like it's, I'm sorry, I still am having trouble breathing, but I don't feel like this is, someone with ill intent. I feel like it's just you saying, no, I need to look out for me. Again, Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I got to heal. I got to love. I got to do my thing. And I feel like I've given a lot to this situation and now it's time for me. That's the energy I'm overall feeling. The Tower comes in the future. So this is an influence. So there is going to be a shift in energy here. And I am going to ask about this Tower. What is this Tower? A Sun, Four of Wands, Seven of Wands. I feel like there's a shift in energy from this. I feel like there was a. So we have Sun, Four of Wands, Seven of Wands, and it feels to me like there is this. It's like you're constantly having to fight to enjoy and celebrate, and you're done with that, and that's what's changing. Is you don't have to constantly fight for that anymore. Um, because it feels like you have been, or you have felt like you've been. Don't know that it's like you just feel that way, right? You feel like you're going like, every time I do something that makes myself happy or something happens that feels good and brings joy to my life, it goes away or something changes or this. But I think that's what's changing, is that there's going to be more consistency coming in, as far as finding something that brings you joy and kind of like riding that wave. Now, I mean, anytime we have a good time or something like that, or we can't sustain, we can be joyful every day. Absolutely. But there is, things change. Like one day, like if you're looking for a relationship and one day the person is giving you all kinds of attention, the next day they're not. Well, they need to focus on work or family or something else, then, or themselves, then, you need to do the same. So, you can't have that feeling of, attention all the time. It's something like that energy where, things are going to change. But I feel like what is changing is your attitude towards that, and your attitude towards what really brings you joy anyway, and feeling like you have to take stuff back, and stand up for yourself. That's what's changing. And I think that's what's good about that King of Cups there. Seven of Pentacles is in what you don't see. You're doing the work. The work's being done because you don't see it. So I feel like it's not necessarily you doing the work, but things are happening in the background. To me, the Seven of Pentacles is all about the cultivation of anything. So cultivation of a project, cultivation of love, cultivation of, self-healing, whatever it is, the work's being done. And this is also a reminder too that things are happening in the right direction. As long as you keep taking care of that crop, so to speak, you get what, you get the rewards of that. And I feel like that's what you don't see. Now, what to look for is the Six of Cups. To me, there's a gift coming in here. And I do believe it could be from the past, but with that gift or that person or that thing or that job or whatever it is, there comes a change with that. The Death is all about transformation. And I think that's good, because if there's been something in the past that didn't work out, it needs a change. It needs a facelift. It needs to be reinvented or allowed to grow. And I think that's what this is saying. Things are growing and transformation. Absolutely, right? Sorry. One of these days, I'm getting better. I really am. It's just like, God, it's so frustrating. I haven't had a cold that's lasted this long in a long time. I guess it was the flu. But I do feel like that, like that there's a level up here. And it's a good transformation. It's a good change. It feels healing to me, because we do have that. It feels like you'll know exactly what you need to do when you start feeling this transformation come in. Your challenge is the Two of Pentacles, which is always a challenge when you're working on a project or working on something or focused on a relationship or a job or whatever. You can lose sight of other life areas around you. And this is just a reminder that it's going to be a challenge to keep everything in its little order and make sure that you're giving attention to everything around you. And it might be hard, right? Because we always go for the thing that feels the best, but we have to do all of the things. And I think that it's just a reminder that might be hard. The strength is the Nine of Wands, which to me completely 100% reminds us that, yeah, it's hard. It absolutely is, but we're making it, and we're doing what we need to do to make it. And that's what that Nine of Wands is all about. If you have that in your strength, that means you're getting through it. You will do what needs to be done. And it is very good energy. Yeah, I like that. And I like the Death card as well. So we do have, and I might pull a card on this, the Eight of Cups is in where does this go? I feel like you actually turn your back on something here. Now, this Eight of Cups I read differently than all other Eight of Cups. I just feel like he's got his back turned on these cups. There is a lantern in front of him, so he is in search of something else. But to me, it almost feels like not facing facing things, like choosing not to face the situation that may be hard, or that you're leaving and then you just literally walk away and you don't face it. And sometimes we do need to face our things, you know. Tell me more about this Eight of Cups, please. You know, I think you're choosing between passion and love here. King of Wands. That's King, yeah. King of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the High Priestess. It's a reminder that whatever you do, you're kind of feeling like you have to make a decision between love and passions. And do I go with my passion or do I go with my love? But I do feel like you could love whatever it is that you're passionate about. This could be a relationship for some of you, but you're making a choice here. And the High Priestess reminds us that the Eight of Cups is about you coming to that conclusion from your, you know, your intuition and your, you know, higher power and your higher self. It's like, okay, I've got to figure this out. I feel like the Eight of Cups, well, it's definitely a stop along the way, because I said, okay, what comes next? And I got the Four of Swords. So there is this time of, okay, I need to move away from this energy. And then there's the healing that comes in. There's a pause with the Four of Swords, a rest, a recoup. And then it leads to the Wheel, which says to me that things come back around. And I feel like something really good is going to get started here. And it comes from all of these cards up here, though. And I think that the Death is important. The Tower is important. The Seven of Pentacles is important. And I think that you have to realize, and the Two of Pentacles, because that's the challenge. That's the roadblock. That's the bump in the road, right? Sometimes you've got to put your energy elsewhere. And I think that, you know, Spirit's asking us to look at that and go, okay, well, it's cool. It's fine that you want this situation, that you've, you know, want this to happen, or whatever this energy is to you. But you can't let your other life areas go. You've got to be responsible. You've got to make a living. You've got to take care of your family. Whatever your responsibilities are, you can't let them go. And I think, you know, when we get readings like this, it's always a reminder to, there's always something in the reading, even if it's one or two cards, that's what we really need to hear. And I feel like that's it, because that's why you're kind of turning your back. It's not that you're turning your back forever. There's a break happening. It's a rest. And then it leads to a new time with the Wheel. And I feel like I do feel like it's absolutely good thing. And then we have the King of Cups in your advice. And I think it's go with the flow. Allow yourself to not get so focused on one thing or another thing, or one goal or another goal, that you can't like easily move forward no matter what happens, because you do have the Tower there. And the Tower speaks of change and shift in energy. And this king, he's on the water. He's floating. His throne moves fluidly. And so he kind of just can go with the flow. He's strong, and it's not saying to be weak. It's not saying any of that. It's saying it's okay sometimes to just go where the tide takes you. And you have to, you know, deal with the things along the way, but it's okay to do that. And I think that's huge to this. Is there anything else that we need to know today? Everything happens in time. Three of Wands. Everything you're working on is taking hold. You will reap the rewards from all of this work. You will. It just sometimes, and you can see it and you can have your hand, but you just don't have your hands on it yet, because the Three of Wands is all about our ships coming in. And that's a reminder that don't stop working for something, even if you feel let down, because it's a temporary thing. Things are all happening the way they're supposed to. King of Cups, go with the flow. Go, take it easy. Allow yourself to just take it easy and go with the flow. Doesn't mean you have to not work hard or do all those things, because life's always like that. But it's allow the changes to happen without fighting them, because you also have the Death card. And to me, that's a really good card, because that's about growing, learning from where we were to grow to where we are and where we will be. I think it's a good card. So there you have it, my friends. I hope you like that. Please hit the like button. Give me a comment. Appreciate all of the things. Take care. Have a beautiful day.